James Hughey, who is psychologist and president of a program called Friendship. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning to you.
Glad to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Just what is Friendship?
It's a personal self-development program that allows for individuals, couples, groups to work on self-learning. And the unique thing is it takes place in the atmosphere of a cruise ship.
Cruise?
Every month, 1 week every month, and we go through programs and teaching people how to learn more about themselves.
But how did it begin?
Well, I used to take cruises primarily just for the sake of getting away. And then I realized that I was listening to people who were really wanting someone to hear them. Most of being a psychologist, I'm oriented toward taking people who have illnesses or dysfunctions or treatment of some kind that's needed. Well, I was talking with people who really wanted someone to listen to them. Basically healthy people, someone who would listen to them carefully, not judge them, someone who would not try to blame them or try not to correct them or straighten them out. Just listen. Listen without judgment and acceptance, and someone who would react honestly, and most of all, keep their mouth shut. I don't know about you, but, there are a lot of people who want to talk about other people, and it's so easy to share with others when you'd like to just talk to somebody and know that it's going to stay with you.
Yeah. Well, is this all that happens on a personal cruise or retreat?
Well, the very first day when we leave from Miami or Los Angeles or whatever port we happen to be departing from, on the very first day I meet one-to-one with the person, and that's one of the unique features. It's a one-to-one kind of characterization. It's a process where we come together and we talk, kind of like laying out a map of the week's activities. I call it life map. And we say, what do you want to accomplish this week? What are things you're interested in learning about yourself?
Now, how many folks go on this cruise with you?
Generally, we will have no more than 6.
Right.
So that I can give individual attention. This is one-to-one.
Well, what do they generally talk about on a retreat like this?
Some just want to ventilate. Some, in other words, they've had so much stuff built up inside of them, they really just want to ventilate. Some want to do some kinds of life processing. Some want to talk about their relationships with themselves and others. Some want to do self-esteem work. Some want to handle anxiety and depression. Some want to talk about career transitions. In other words, how to go from one career to another. Some people want to handle grief and loss. Some people just want to develop the relationship with, say, for example, God. That it can have any number of different focuses. Right. It's individual.
Right.
I try to make sure that it's not any package deal. In other words, we don't try to put everybody into one slot.
Yeah. Well, when you're out like that and you're away from everything, it's pretty easy to clear your mind and maybe forget it for a moment. But when you come back, it's going to be here waiting for you. Is there a follow-up?
Yes, there is. We have an 800 number. We have a conversation line that encourages people, because we take people from all over the United States, whether they're in Seattle or San Antonio or Tampa or Bangor or Chicago. They can call an 800 number and we can follow up with any ideas or issues that they've had since they've gotten back home.
This personal retreat different from just going to your office and regular therapy?
Well, the atmosphere, for one thing. I mean, just being on a retreat is rejuvenating. It clears your mind. It gives you a chance to look at things differently. So often when we're locked into a regular routine and pattern, we block out options. So here's a chance to do something that's different. But this is primarily a program for what I would call healthy people. Right. In other words, counseling is basically trying to treat something, change it. Personal retreating is just that. It's a retreat for you to learn about yourself. You may or may not change.
Right.
But it's for you to learn about you.
Maybe you could change here in your mind and your thinking.
Mm-hmm. You can. But you don't have to.
Right. Do you set goals and things of this sort?
We set a goal. For example, the cruise leaves on Saturday, and then Sunday we'll meet. We'll map out the plan for the week. But since it's an individual thing, in other words, if, say, by Wednesday you've learned certain things and you want to redirect, that's fine. In other words, we may teach you, for example, by Wednesday, you say, I'm ready to learn journal writing, or maybe I'm wanting to learn some things about how to go out and meet people, how to overcome shyness and inhibitions. Or maybe I'm really ready now to talk about something that has been bothering me and been of concern for years.
How about one more question here? How about people who are full of anxiety, who cannot do enough or they can't wait for that moment to do something and they need to get it out of the way, but as soon as they get that out, they're on another trip? Is there a way out?
I believe there is a way out of most issues. Most people, unfortunately, try to do a lot of things by themselves, kind of like the John Wayne mentality.
Yes.
We're with rugged individualism. This is saying for those people who are willing to take a friend, someone with whom they can really dare to be themselves. And that's the most valuable gift, whether it's anxiety or anything else. I hope I can give you the gift of being yourself.
And that is friendship.
That is friendship.
All right.
It's an exciting adventure.
All right. Dr. James Hughey, psychologist and president of Friendship.
Before leaving tonight, I want you to know that I do appreciate the gift that you've given me, and that's the gift of hearing what I have to say. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much for what you've done in giving me a gift that helps affirm my own values as a human being.